Hi, I'm Scott Shelar, President and CEO of Construction Ready. Welcome to the Construction Ready podcast, where we work to showcase the amazing career opportunities available in the skilled trades. Here are our hosts, Paulie and Chip Wade.
Hey everybody, Chip and Paulie Wade here. We're so excited for another episode of the Construction Ready podcast. Again, we're all about elevating just awareness about the skilled trade. Now, Construction Ready, of course, we believe that it's so important to raise that awareness about all of the amazing career opportunities that are out there. We want to get that visibility and just shine a light on skilled trades in general. Now, today we're going to be speaking with the organization's president and CEO, Scott Shelar, which is so great. What an awesome guy. And we're going to talk about the upcoming Career Expo that allows all students of actually all ages to experience a little piece of the skilled trade. So this is definitely a fun event, but let's welcome in Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hey, Chip. Hey, Paulie. How are y'all today?
Just wonderful.
Great. Yeah. Well, we're excited, so excited, especially with the Construction Ready Career Expo right around the corner. So I'm hoping you can tell us a little bit more about it for anybody who hasn't attended yet.
Yeah, so we're excited and a little nervous too, right? It's coming up, I believe, in 3 weeks, and we're going to have over 9,000 people this year. So it's a pretty big event. Little bit of pressure, but we're excited. It's at the Georgia World Congress Center, which is a huge step up from where we've been over the years. This event actually started in the parking lot of a Home Depot. So we've come a long ways, in I guess 18 years now. But yeah, we're excited. It's a career exploration event, primarily for students, high school students and middle school students, to help them explore different career opportunities in our industry. We got the idea. We go out to a lot of career days and career events at schools, which I'm sure you all have done your fair share over the years. And we said, we had this vision, we said, what if we do one big event, and ask all these companies to bring really cool equipment and cool stuff. And we do it in one central location. And then we invite schools to bring students in to check it out. We kind of turn the tables a little bit. And like I said, we started 18 years ago and started with about 400 people in a Home Depot parking lot. And this year we'll be in the Georgia World Congress Center with over 9,000 people. So yeah, definitely exciting. And, it's just an awesome event.
So let's I want to kind of paint the picture of what this event is like. We've been there before. I mean, obviously it's massive square footage. There's a lot of brands there. There's a lot of students there. There's a lot of just people that are passionate about the trades there. But like when you walk into the World Congress Center, what are people going to see? Like what is actually there? You say that there's like cool, big stuff there, but like, what are you talking about? Like, give me an example.
Yeah. So, well, I like to tell people it's a little bit like the Grand Canyon. You kind of have to see it. It's hard to take pictures or describe it, but I will do my best. So you walk in, it's actually in Building A, which is 340,000 square feet of space. So that's massive, right? I forgot how many. I think it's like 10 or 12 football fields. It's massive. And you walk in, and the whole idea is it feels a little bit like you're walking onto a construction site. So when you come in, you start in the world of safety and you feel like you're walking onto a real, large commercial construction site. We give every attendee a hard hat and safety glasses. So they completes the experience, But once you get past the world of safety, there are 19 different worlds to explore. So everything from, world of plumbing and mechanical, world of masonry, world of energy, basically anything that goes into building, any sort of structure. And then the students are free to walk around and explore any world that they want to. So they'll see big yellow equipment on the floor. They'll see concrete trucks. They'll see, the world of energy is really cool because they always bring in, towers, what's the word I'm looking for? Like light poles and stuff to demonstrate power. Of course, masonry is there. So you really feel like you're walking onto a job site. And then the cool thing is there are all these industry professionals there on the floor to speak with and learn about the different career opportunities. But it's more than just talking. The idea of the event is for it to be very interactive so that students can do masonry and do plumbing and do electrical, and not just stand there and talk to someone about it, but they actually get their hands dirty and do it. So it's a lot of fun.
Right. And it is also going to be a competition too, right? Is it the Skills USA is going to have a competition? What kind of competitions are going to be taking place?
Exactly. So it's sort of two events in one. You have the Career Expo on the perimeter of the floor, and then on the center floor, you have the Skills USA Georgia State Championships. So these are the best young carpenters, plumbers, masons, electricians in the state. There have been qualifying events all over the state, and they're coming here to compete. So this is sort of their Super Bowl, if you will, for the state of Georgia. And then there are 21 different contests. We actually do a welding contest right there on the floor. So students will be welding, inside the Georgia World Congress Center. And then the cool thing is the winner of each one of those contests, the gold medal winner, goes on to the national competition, which coincidentally is also in Atlanta. It's in the same place. It's at the Georgia World Congress Center the third week of June. So, just a really cool atmosphere, having all these young people together, and competing, and it's not just the students. Our industry partners get really excited about it as well. I mean, they just love being there and seeing students excited about the skilled trades. And that's really, at the end of the day, this is a celebration of the skilled trades, a celebration of our young people, a celebration of our industry and how great we all know it is.
What I think is so cool, I'll be driving down the road in my truck and I'll see, a big giant, like the newest technology and like these like massive bucket trucks with these guys working on these, power towers that are hundreds of feet tall, and I'm like, wow, that's just like, it's big, heavy hydraulics and high tech stuff. And then you'll go and you'll just see other heavy equipment, but you're like, you'd never just drive up there and like start talking to those guys because it's a little bit, it could be a little bit dangerous because they're not expecting you to, but this is the opportunity to go up and get up close and personal, even with some of these professionals and this equipment that is like absolutely like a magnet, for somebody that loves to work with their hands, somebody like me, but do it in a way that is like the other side is like able and willing to receive questions kind of in the moment. So that mixed with competition is incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what it's there for. It's there for the students. And I'll mention we have a lot of teachers and counselors and parents who come out as well. So it's a good opportunity to connect with them. But, speaking of equipment, one of our brand new worlds this year is the world of heavy equipment. And we're going to have just this really, I don't even know all the names of the equipment, but I do know some of it, the tires are actually taller than me. I'm 6 feet tall and the tires are taller than me. So that'll kind of put it in perspective of the kind of equipment that we're going to have out there. I mean, dozers and excavators and everything right there on the floor. We're actually also going to have some electric equipment that the students can operate. So we'll have a couple of mini excavators that are electric. We can't operate the diesel equipment for obvious reasons. We're inside a building, but we can operate the electric stuff, and we're going to let the students, operate some of the mini excavators and climb up on the big equipment. And in that world of heavy equipment, we'll have some really cool simulators there as well. Caterpillar has this great cat sim where you can get in, you climb into a seat and you feel like you're operating a real piece of equipment. And so we'll have some of those available. There's another company called 10 Star that has a great equipment simulator as well. And we'll have a few of those there. So it's going to be pretty amazing. They'll be able to see the equipment, talk to the professionals, operate some of the small equipment, and then also operate, the simulators for the really big stuff. So it's going to be pretty amazing.
This past, year and a half, Polly and I, we built a show home in the North Georgia mountains, and I was able to actually work on some of the biggest equipment that I've personally been driving ever. I had what's called a rotating telehandler that had tires, just like you're saying, as tall as me. It was 4-wheel crab walk steering, but it's like a 60,000 pound machine with an 80-foot boom that could still hold 10,000 pounds, operating it kind of on the side of a mountain. But what's crazy about it though is like when you're driving it's like the closest you can get to being like a real superhero, because it's like, it's unbelievable. And yeah, it's a little bit nerve wracking, but it's amazing, just the type of equipment that's out there and that's available, and to be able to see that and to think, oh man, I could actually like be in the driver's seat of something like this is unreal. I mean, like I'm 41 years old and it's like one of the most fun things ever, And so Polly's like, I don't know if I want to do that. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want you to do it either, but you could, but it's really fun for me.
I mean, well, there's so many different things. There's so many different things to get excited about. And I'm like itching to go already. Like, what about the students, teachers, parents? Like, how do they sign up? Can they just show up at the door? How can people attend this event?
They can. So most people come as a group, right? So it's sort of a field trip for schools. The construction class will sign up, or a STEM class will sign up. So most of the students are coming in by the busload, but we do have individuals, who show up as well. And you can just show up, at the door the day of, and we'll get you in. It's $10, to come in. And that includes the hard hat and safety glasses. But yeah, you can just show up on site. And yeah,
what about companies?
What's
Scott,
that?
Yeah, what about companies? I know that like they probably need to get in a little bit earlier if they want to be involved. Is it too late for them?
Yeah, so we have a few individual, 10 by 10 booth spaces available. All the worlds are sold out actually, which is a good thing. But yeah, we have a few 10 by 10s. And anyone can go to our website, which is constructionready.org, and you can learn more about it there. There's a drop down that says Career Expo, and there's all sorts of information for schools, for students, for industry, and that's where they can actually register if they want to go ahead and pre-register for the event.
That's awesome. So the Career Expo, this will be its 18th year. Is that correct? That's what you said?
Right. That's right.
So, over that whole course of, this length of time, there's got to be some cool stories of folks that, were once much younger and are now attendees that are now like back to full force, in the industry. Have you had any fun stories of folks that are now in the industry?
I have. As you can imagine, the longer I do this, the more stories I get. But I was actually just 2 weeks ago, I was in a high school construction classroom with a couple of people from industry. They were with a company called McCarthy, and they were there. This is the really cool thing. They were there to talk about McCarthy. They're a big general contractor here in Atlanta. They're all over the country, but they were there to talk to the students about careers in construction. And I was talking to one of the guys after, and he said, the whole reason I'm in construction is I came to your Career Expo in 2015. And this was a superintendent, with McCarthy. He said, we went there for 3 years. He said, my construction class went there. And he said, when I got up on that equipment and I operated it, it was a hook. It was a spark and a hook for me to come into the industry. And he ended up coming in. He's now a superintendent with McCarthy, and superintendents, they're very important people in our industry. Oh, yeah. They make a lot of money. He's I think he's 26 years old. Austin Whaley is his name, and I got chills, when he shared that story and said the whole reason I'm in the industry is because of the Career Expo. And I just thought it was so cool that he was already giving back, right? He was already, paying that forward and spending time with the next generation to get them excited about our industry as well. So I have a ton of stories, but that's my favorite one here recently.
Well, there's got to be so many more with the thousands of attendees, and with just how fun this event is. It's such an awesome opportunity for industry and for business to just kind of reach into the lives of some of these young folks. And it's this to me is like better than going to a theme park. Because it's kind of like, it's like real life with opportunity and it's fun. So to give everybody that's watching the information just one additional time, it's the Career Expo, and it's this February, the 22nd and 23rd. So coming up right around the corner again at the Georgia World Congress Center. You said it was in Hall A?
Yes. So
Hall A.
Yeah, just to confirm all that, February 22nd, 23rd, they call it Building A at the Georgia World Congress Center, the entire floor. Let's see, what else? It's a Thursday and a Friday. Constructionready.org is our website, and you can go there. There's a drop down that says Career Expo. You click on that, and it will have all the information, whether you're a school or student, a parent, or an industry professional that wants to get involved. All the information's there to register, and just, hey, looking forward to it. Even if you just want to come down and check it out, and walk around and see what it's all about, we'd love to have anyone listening to just come see it. It's inspiring, to see the young people, to see the industry partners so excited about their industry. It's our favorite day of the year, honestly. It's just it's really amazing.
Also, and for companies that might, it might be too late in your cycle this year to join in, but this would be a great opportunity to come see it, put your eyes on it and see it in its full-blown glory. I guarantee you're going to want to have, be first in line to, see what that looks like for next year, because this continues to grow and grow and grow, and it's going to be a great event. So we look forward to seeing everybody the last week in February, or second to last week, whatever that is on the calendar. I'm not looking at the calendar, but that's great. Scott, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you, Chip, and thank you, Paulie. Good to see y'all again.
Great to see you.
If you would like more information on Construction Ready and the many programs we have for those interested in the skilled trades, please visit constructionready.org.